I'm really glad that I have honest geeks who point it out to me when I get my logic wrong. And so I've done these demonstrations a dozen times. I understand how it works, but I really should make videos at the end of the day. So we're going to try this again. This is my system. All right, these are four 200 amp hour LiFePO, which is lithium ion Casil batteries. In the back is the solar charge controller. These balls are AFO fire extinguishing balls. That is a 4048 Schneider power inverter. So the way it works, the power comes down from the solar panels through the charge controller. What that means is the charge is controlled before, when it comes down direct current into that charge controller, the amount of charge, direct current, is controlled before it goes into the batteries next. Then from the batteries, that direct current is inverted into alternating current, which allows me to use it. See those big cables back there? It allows me to use it in my tiny home. So that is about 800 amp hours of energy right there. And the solar switch box is right there. If I ever want to switch off the solar, if my batteries are charged and I'm on shore power, or I'm using my generator and my batteries are already charged enough, I can switch that off. I can manually switch off the battery power in the back there. And what you see over here is the router that enables me to monitor this entire system from any computer device as long as I log into the IP address. So there's the correction. Like I said, I shouldn't try to make videos about science at the end of a 9-hour workday, but it is what it is. There you go, your correction. The little router that I showed you, this is the Schneider monitoring software. The only thing I don't like about it is you have to log into that dedicated IP address, which means I have to log out of my Starlink, and you have to log in to the account every time. It's a pain in the butt, but it's good information if you know what you're looking for. It's not the most user-friendly setup. I would love a more friendly, hey, your battery's low display, but this is what I've got. So as you can see in the batteries, I've got 53 volts. It tops out around 54.4. And what I'm using right now in the house is zero point 0.2, which is a really low amount of usage. Like if I have the AC running, it's 0.7, but that's just minimal fans running. I've only got 0.1 kilowatt coming in right now because it's hazy and it's towards the end of the day. But as you can see, my batteries are holding really steady at 53 volts, maxing out at 54.4, bottoming out at 51. I'm set up really well to get through the night. My batteries are usually around, I don't know, 52.7, 52.8 at night by the end of the day. That gets me all the way through until morning, when I can turn on my kettle and make some coffee and actually have coffee before work, because I start work before the sun rises. So I have to wait about 2.5 hours before I have any solar generation at all, in the mornings. But so that's my setup. I'm living perfectly comfortably. Refrigerator, entertainment, computer, Starlink, fans, lights, all the basic necessities and comforts of life. I'm perfectly happy. So it's happening. I can't wait to see how much extra energy I have from the wind turbines, and that's next. This is a continuing issue with people who rely on only solar. It's a hot day. I'm not even gonna try and go out that way. But we've got some cloud cover rolling in. This is actually thunderstorms, thunders, it is multiple, and lightning. And back here, I tried to set up my water collection system, but you can't even imagine how powerful the gusts of wind are out here. And I just don't have any four-corner setup that's stable enough to hold the giant rainwater collection tarp. So there's a lot of things I planned for that this terrain said no thank you to. But anyway, so this cloud cover has dropped my production down to 1 kilowatt, 0.1 kilowatt right now, which is 1,000 watts, right? So that means that we have to come in here and conserve what we can. So I have to turn off the fan. And Alexa, turn off the refrigerator.
Okay.
I have the refrigerator set on a timer, and it goes on for 12 hours and off for 12 hours. So I just turned that down. So it has to go off. But I do want to show you, these are so invaluable in the heat. I have one here, one in the bedroom, and one in the bathroom. This is only a 10-volt little fan, but it makes a huge difference passing air through the room. I know I look like a hillbilly, but that's actually a reflective tarp that blocks that sun from coming directly in here in my work area. So it looks god awful, but it's saving me and her. Poor baby. Are you hot? We sacrificed some water and dumped it on her back, and if she doesn't stop panting pretty quickly, I'll put her ice belt on her. But the temperature has dropped about 5 degrees since those clouds rolled in. So it's some give and take. I'm not going to have enough energy for coffee again in the morning like this morning, because this happened last night. So when I got up, my voltage was only at 51.4 and it bottoms out at 51. So if I would have turned the kettle on, it would have set the alarm off. Anyway, so it is what it is. Hopefully we'll get the turbines. We'll get the turbines up this weekend. I'm hoping. Yeah, hopefully that'll make a difference and I'll have a little extra. But anyway, so that's what happens when you live in nature. Man, that storm rolled in fast. You can probably hear it. It's big old fat rain. It did this last night, and it doesn't drop a lot of water because it's so dry up here. It's a little bit, but dang, I wish I could get that rain collection tarp spread out enough. Anyway, I've got the top off the barrel and the screen over it, so hopefully the rain barrel will collect a little bit of this. That would be fantastic. I even tried to figure out some way to gutter it off the roof, and these winds, it'll pick up, you'll see, by about 4 o'clock. Every day the winds just get insane. And I have to pull the awning in and everything. It's coming a little bit. It sure did cool it off in here, thank goodness. It is gloriously cool in here. It's so beautiful. But sadly, this is the price. You can see my power is at 52.4, the voltage in the batteries. Normally when I go to bed at night after running everything throughout the day, I'm at 52.7 or 8, and that gets me through the morning until the sun comes up. It comes up, but it starts really producing around 8. And so I can have my cup of coffee, run the kettle, and all of that. I don't think that's going to happen tomorrow morning. It didn't happen today. I didn't have coffee today. How am I alive? So that's okay. Little sacrifices, but still living completely comfortably. My Starlink will stay online all night. I'll be able to, my tablets and laptops are charged up, so I'll be able to watch a little bit of TV before I go to sleep. that is my brain numbing, mind wiping Bob's Burgers moment to get rid of all the stress of the day. So I've got all the basic necessities. I just don't have excess. Coffee is the sacrifice. So my body is probably really glad, but my brain is saying, "What the hell is happening? Where's my coffee?" So anyway, yeah, hopefully, geez, I wish I had some wind turbines, especially with the wind the way it gets in the afternoons. So hopefully that'll happen. We shall see if my brain and body work together this weekend.